Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's a brand new year, 2021. And first of all, I can only apologize for the horrendous echoey mess that is this room. But that's not going to stop the show, because what we've been doing on this channel is showcasing some of the best new talent from all around the UK. We've got experts from their local scenes to come on and play 5 artists, 5 bands from their region that they think are sick. And I'm possibly the most excited about this episode because making his second appearance on my channel is SPINN's heartthrob, the one and only Johnny Quinn. Hey, Johnny.
Hi, Tim.
I'm doing spectacular, mate. How are you? How's lockdown been treating you? Are you in Liverpool at the moment?
Yeah, I'm in my mum's house in the back room, so it's pretty cool. No, yeah, it's been suitably boring.
I think boring's the word, 'cause I mean, you had so much planned for this year. I think we were going to go to Sound City together in like March 2020 or something, but that very quickly became clearly impossible. So is it a difficult time to be in a band at the moment, you think?
Yeah, it's really tough, to be honest. I was getting a bit sad last night thinking of all the fun I've had over the years, and the fact I haven't been able to get out and tour and stuff over the last year and a half. Basically, it's just been quite a hard thing, but. Here's to the future, we'll get back there eventually. Yeah, I think.
Here's to the future. But I think for you guys, at the very least, SPINN have got like an incredible online community of fans behind them. So I always see people like, oh, I'm about to get another SPINN tattoo. It's my 3rd one, and it must be nice to have interaction with your fans, even though you can't see them in person right now.
Yeah, well, that's one of the good things about it. Really, it's we've managed to kind of maintain. An audience and stuff with everyone, so luckily we were able to do that, and we've got such devout fans. Obviously for other bands maybe it wouldn't be so easy, but it's it's good. Like I can't wait to see everyone, all the faces we see at the gigs again.
Yeah, absolutely. But you're actually here today not to plug SPINN, but to play me some other music from Liverpool, because like we've done before, 5 different artists from a different region. Liverpool's got a sick music scene, and there's kind of nice links between here and Birmingham. I mean, we've got like you guys, because Louis was born in Birmingham from SPINN. We've got Spielberg Society, who I think study at Lipper. So there's a kind of strong little connection going on there.
Yeah, there's a good crossover. Like I've been to a couple parties up here when the Birmingham bands play. We all kind of know each other a little bit. It's good having that kind of connection with another city, because then you can see people arrive at your shows when you're down there that and vice versa. It's good community.
Who's your favourite Birmingham band? Not Ivory Wave, Sugar Thief or Violet? If you had to kill one of them.
No, if I had to kill one of them, it would be Luke Brickett from Violet.
I knew you were going to say that. It's just always Luke, isn't it? He's this very, very killable person, Luke.
Yeah, oh yeah, tell me about it. I've been close a few times as well, but you'll have to ask him about that.
Oh, brilliant. But we'll get on with the music. So what is the first track you've got for me, Johnny, straight out of Liverpool? I'm going into this blind because I haven't had a chance to listen, so anything could happen.
The first track I have is Tempranillo by my good friends, the band Monks. It's a song named after a variety of grape used for a type of wine. And that's because Nathan, their lead guitarist, drinks a lot of wine made out of that type of grape.
I mean, what's your, as a lead singer, what's your drink of choice pre-gig?
I should say water, and my manager should probably want me to say water. But I like a few beers before the show.
Got to have the red stripe, the red stripe, the Birmingham classic.
Yeah. It's the classic, just gig drink. It's just a lukewarm red stripe, and maybe if the promoter's got a bit of extra dough, they'll give you some crisps. That's my usual go-to. But yeah, I don't mind some wine as well.
Let's hear the song.
Take the time to figure why, 'cause nothing seems to go my way. To let me in, but don't you know you can walk on by.
That's really sick. Johnny.
Tiffany,
Hey, I absolutely love that.
Is that enough of the song for me to play? I don't want you to get copyright strike.
Honestly,
by the
my
boys.
channel is just at this point, it's like a graveyard on copyright. I just take the L. There's about 8 copyright claims every video, Johnny. So we run with it. We run with it. I love that track. I kind of realized that I'm just, because I don't even have a chair in this room yet, I'm just sort of like standing here awkwardly. But that's a beautiful, beautiful track. I'm getting kind of like a little Animal Collective maybe influence there.
Dancing
with
around.
synth in the background. And maybe a tiny bit of Beach House as well.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, possibly. I know the lads are quite influenced by like 70s, the psychedelic stuff as well. But yeah, they've done a really great job with the synths and stuff in that tune. I think they've done it in Whitewood Studios in Liverpool, which is a studio a lot of the bands use around here.
We should do like a because it's about the thing used to make wine. We should do like a wine tasting, but for the song. So you could be like, I'm getting notes of synth pop and psychedelia and a bit of alt rock in the mix, you know?
Oh God, that is absolutely horrible.
Cracking start. Let's see if we keep the standard high. Track number 2. What we got?
Beija Flow with One of Those Things. She's a really amazing artist from Liverpool. Actually, I'm not sure what her first name is in real life. I only know her stage name.
Well,
so
let's hear it.
You know, maybe find that out and put it in a little thing there.
I'll
It's really
at
good.
it in the bottom of the screen. I'm waving an imaginary lighter.
I don't think I got any with me. I've got a pen drive.
Oh, wow. Don't set your fire alarm off.
don't think I can. So I guess I won't. I knew before. I knew before. Before I knew. It's one of those things, like brushing your teeth. You know you should, but it's hard work to get it into routine.
Beautiful.
There you go. That's half of the song.
That's so nice. I love that you went from kind of like an upbeat,
She's really good.
very like psychedelic track into something a lot slower. I could picture that almost on the next John Lewis Christmas advert. I imagine there's not a Christmas tie, but
yeah, I think it deserves to be as well. When you listen, I don't know if you could hear the lyrics, but
well, obviously, I'll sort of.
Very beautiful song.
Yeah, I mean, I picked out a few of the words.
I remember I tweeted her where I done a little kind of indie Liverpool thing.
So, as we just found out, you can't really run a Zoom call while using a mobile hotspot on your phone, which I probably should have figured. But Johnny, we were just hearing a very beautiful track, the second track you picked. I was saying it could be on a John Lewis advert. I know you're a fan because it's your namesake.
Maybe it could be on a John Lewis advert. I think it deserves to be. It's one of them tracks. You know, I listen to it not all the time. It's one of them I kind of save it for an occasion, or you know, just because I think it's just really lovely melody, lovely lyrics, and you know, Beija Flow seems like a really nice girl as well. So.
Yeah, definitely. And these artists that you've picked, are they people that you know, or are they people like from a variety of places? Because you were asking me, you know, do they need to be unsigned or independent? And I said, literally anything you want.
I kind of know. Basically I know all of them, but it's just because I kind of know a lot of people on the Liverpool music scene. I don't really know Beija Flow very much. I might have met her once, but we tweet each other now and then.
In passing.
Really cool, so.
I can't even name a venue in Liverpool, so I can't even make a cool reference to a club or a venue. Is it the Attic or something? Is that in Liverpool?
The Attic is a venue.
Yay!
It's more of a bar.
Well, there you go. That's the only Liverpool venue I know. But
it's more of a DJ thing. But,
yeah,
you know.
I know you've got, I guess, quite a good impression of the Birmingham scene. And in the Birmingham scene, it's sort of like you'll go to a gig, the crowd will be made up of like half bands who are also making music and half then fans of the band that are playing. Is that similar in Liverpool? Is there kind of like a big community of like people who are friends who are in bands making music in the same space?
Yeah, there's that's basically the exact same as the Birmingham scene you've got going there. We you go to like any gig and you'll know half the crowd just because they're in bands or they work in music, and then there's the people who are into the music as well. But yeah, there used to be a really great bar for that called Sound Food and Drink, but that shut down because of coronavirus. So
damn.
It's
it's gutting. What's track number 3, Johnny? Over the halfway point.
Track number 3. I mean, you couldn't talk about the Liverpool scene without mentioning Courting.
Of course, I know. I've heard of Courting.
Pop Shop. Yeah, they're always on Radio 6. Pretty cool lads as well. I went to primary school with Sean, the lead singer.
Oh, that's amazing.
He was like a couple of years beneath us, but he was good friends with my cousin Geordie. So, this is Pop Shop by Courting, the punk track of the moment.
Oh, wow. Let's have it.
We'll go to Pontins, major contract, sunny and Naples, content shitty, income stable, terms and conditions, work for exposure, acquisitions, non-disclosures, exclusive access, no rights to your rights, telling you where to go, we'll put you up for the night. Over and over and over and over again. It's like living in a gated community. You can't tell them they're wrong.
It's Courting with Pop Shop.
You see, that's
very
interesting.
Cool.
I've never listened to Courting before, so I wasn't sure what to expect. Love the vibe of that one. And it's interesting because when I did the, I think, Leeds episode, there was also a spoken word artist from Leeds who had that kind of, I think the spoken word style in like indie and alternative music is getting really popular now. Obviously, from here in Birmingham, we're big fans of it from the streets. And I don't know, do you think that's influence of like music or poetry? I get a bit of like park life maybe in there as well from Blur.
Yeah, I spoke to Sean a couple of times. He's a big Blur fan. He also like, you can hear obviously a lot of like parquet courts and stuff like that in there.
Yeah,
just
of course.
Like it's kind of like a mix between like, you know, traditional kind of maybe more southern sounding Britpop mixed with like, you know, like modern like New York punk. I think it's really cool.
Yeah, definitely. They're
doing really well.
Well, yeah, I see their name come up all the time. I think it's like probably you guys, Courting, and then the Mysteries are probably like the big 3 new Liverpool bands that are always getting mentioned. I probably missed someone out, but I mean, I feel like people like Circa Waves and oh shit, what are their name? I saw them at Reading. They're good. Big Liverpool band. Who? No. It's completely gone now.
What type of stuff did he play?
Indie, very indie. They played the Reading tent.
Night Cafe.
Yes, Night Cafe. Yeah, Night Cafe, who I definitely didn't forget the name of. They're obviously massive, and I consider bands like that, and obviously the Wombats on like, they're kind of like mainstream-ish now. Yeah,
but
you guys
they're
are
all
like,
smashing around.
Yeah, of course, coming up. Have you met Circa Waves? Because you were supposed to be on the bill with them.
Kind of. I don't know if they'd say that they count it as us meeting them, but
they'd be like, yeah, Johnny Quinn.
Yeah,
They'd be like,
they
Johnny
have
Quinn,
no
favourite
idea who I
frontman.
am. Definitely don't know who I am. Yeah, kind of. I met them in literally a car park. We practiced. When we could practice, we practiced in the same kind of building as them. So we saw them there once. Wombats as well, met them. Which is pretty cool.
Are they nice? I feel like they've got a really good sense of humour, is the impression
I
I
only
get.
met Dan actually.
All
Like
right.
it was my most rock and roll story. It was backstage at Leeds Festival, I think, or Reading. Was it Reading? No, it was Leeds. And bumped into some of my mates, and he's cousins with Dan. So he was like, "Do you want to meet the Wombats?" And I was like, "Well, yeah."
Sure,
obviously.
yeah. Sounds like a
I
plan.
only met Dan, the drummer, but he was a really nice guy. I'll always remember it because he was my hero when I was like just a young lad. So,
well, I'm not surprised. Was it A Guide to Lost Love and Desperation that was that big album for you, or was it one of the later ones?
Yeah, that one. I remember.
It's the same for me, really.
I don't know, how old was I when I came out? Like 10 or 11.
What year were you born?
98, I was born.
You see, I'm 3 years older than you. I was 95, and when Wombats came through, I think I was in like, it was 2008, that album. So I was 13. I was 13, 14. So you were probably even younger. Well, you were
10.
even younger.
9 or 10, but I remember in school. No, 2007, so I was 8 or 9.
Short skirts, long hair, hormones flying everywhere.
Oh God! Yeah.
We love you, Wombats.
It was the cool album to
It was.
listen to in school.
That was a great album. Golden era of
Back
indie.
in Liverpool. It blew me away because
I remember my friend getting really like aggy about that song because he was like, "It doesn't even sound like Joy Division." And I was like, "It's not meant to sound like Joy Division. It's about."
That's the whole point, isn't it? Like, it's not meant to sound like Joy Division. Celebrate the irony. Come on, like
Exactly. Well, what's the penultimate track you've got for us, Johnny? It's been a really strong outing in the discovery.
I got 2 more. I thought it was 5.
Yeah, it's 5. So this is penultimate.
What, does that mean second to last?
Yeah. Penultimate is like the last but one.
Oh, I never knew that. Well,
No, penultimate.
thanks for that.
That's all right. You know, I'm here to do a service. The English degree was not a waste of time or money. I can tell myself that.
Yeah, keep telling yourself.
Oh man.
This next one is another. The punk scene, like I say, is pretty good in Liverpool at the minute, and this is Stone with "Leave It Out." Another band that I happen to go to school with.
Oh, amazing.
It's mad. Yeah, my primary school was a very talented primary school.
I was gonna say, yeah. Did you go to like Liverpool's equivalent to the Brit School or something in primary school?
One of the night cafe went to my primary school, and so did the lead singer of Courting, and then so
you probably
talented primary school.
You wouldn't know him, but I went to the same primary school in the same class as Depsman, who was like a really famous Birmingham rapper, who really sadly passed away. But I was in his class, and he was like really up and coming. And I went to the same secondary school as Joe Lycett.
Really?
Yeah. I think
That's
he was in upper 6th the year I was in year 7. So I don't think we ever met at school. But I have met him now, which is nice.
The biggest musical thing I got from my school, the guy who wrote Angels for Robbie Williams went my school. So
I'm just pretty good. Up to this point, I assumed that Robbie Williams wrote that himself. So you've just ruined my day.
Robbie doesn't waste his time.
Right? No. Robbie can't be doubling. Yeah, go on.
This one's Leave It Out by Stone. Pretty good lads.
Know them.
Just leave it out. Everything is moving along. I tried to fix it. I couldn't. It was done from the start. So you've got your eyes locked on your ex-girl's social media. That's fine.
Hey.
Leave It Out by Stone.
That is a sick
We played
track.
our first gig with them.
Really?
years ago. So
Well-
I'm so happy that they're finally, starting to make some proper moves. You know what I mean?
Well, this is sick because do you know a band called the Novus?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the Novus from Birmingham, that they had them at their lockdown gig, which I literally, the last 2 videos on my channel, probably last 3 now if I've put another one up before this But I did an hour-long documentary about the Novus putting on this gig, and Stone. They got Stone from Liverpool to support.
Wait, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. I'm really sorry,
Yeah,
Stone. I cut Stone out the documentary because it was about 7 a.m. and I'd stayed up from 11 p.m. editing it, and I needed to go to work at 9, and it had got to like the 55-minute mark in the documentary, and I was like, this needs to end now as soon as it can. So but I like, it was a really like, I really enjoyed the set. There was a lot of energy, and again the kind of spoken word, which I guess maybe you can root back to stuff like John Cooper Clarke if they're fans of Joy Division.
Well, punk kind of thing, yeah. You know, so Finn, the lead singer, he was a year beneath me in high school. He used to walk around playing a guitar in the corridors, and I remember in sixth form I got chatting to him, and he started a band at the same time. They used to be called the Bohos, and then they've been grafting for years. And I bumped into him on New Year's Eve. He was just walking past, and I was like, we were chatting, and he was like, people are starting to finally pay attention, which is good because they've worked so hard and made up for them. Honestly, like, and the tunes are can I swear? The tunes are great
swear what you want.
They really come on loads as well as artists. So I'm proud of half fun.
I wish my secondary school was half as interesting as yours, because everyone at my secondary school was just a bit of a dick. Like, I don't want to generalize. There was nothing that I'm aware of interesting, creative happening. I mean, I think I had one group of friends who did a band in year 11, which very quickly, like, it was like go to the music tech room with one keyboard and sing a cappella over it. They were all right, and then nothing else. It was all just nothing creative.
Yeah, we were quite lucky with the bands. I think there's literally like so many lads I know from school, different ages and everything, all the way through, who are in bands around Liverpool now. But just a coincidence, I suppose.
Yeah. Well, if you stick around the same people, it's the same as in radio. Like when I go to Radio 1 now, it's like half the people who are there are people I knew from student radio. So it's quite nice when you're in a community that's obviously you're all striving for the same thing, and it's like you all have your own journeys, but you end up meeting and intersecting at different points in it.
Yeah, it's cool. That's what I mean. It's really strange. Like that's it. When courting started like doing really well, I was like, I know that guy from somewhere, and I realised like I literally, that was like friggin' primary school, man. That was a long time ago, but they're doing so well.
You always remember your class in primary school. That's what I feel though. Like I can still remember like their full names because I've got like the class photo with the names on. So I don't know, like it sticks in your head, so you can just like pull them out. Maybe that's just me.
No, because I try and remember it. I don't know if I got any photos of it, but I always try to think like, do I remember everyone? And I go through a list in my head, and you're probably right. I remember so many random people. But
well, it's been such a sick video, Johnny. We've come up to the final one. Liverpool, Everton playing today.
No, we were meant to be playing Dean Smith's Tricky Villains tomorrow, but it got cancelled because they've all got coronavirus.
The SPINN derby, as it is known in very small circles.
Well, I'll let you into a little secret. So, do you know Andy?
Yeah.
He left the band.
No,
but we got a new guitarist who's also a Liverpool fan. So
a Liverpool fan?
It's friggin' Luke Brickett. He's the new guitarist.
Luke's in SPINN now.
Yeah.
Is Luke still in Violet?
Yeah, he's doing both.
So now you've got like two derbies in. Well, it's not really a derby.
He's a Liverpool fan.
So you're an Everton fan, and then there's got to be beef there.
Well, there was the other week. We had an argument.
I mean, everyone hates Villa, so you can at least kind of agree on that thing. And then you had the 7-2 recently, so there's no harmony there.
That was great.
Well, I wore a red sweater just for you because I knew you'd appreciate it.
I know you always wear blue as well, Tim.
I know. I've actually got. Hang on, where is it?
Yeah, there he is.
That's what I. No, that's Adidas. That's what I think
see
of.
Your
Aston
true
fucking Villa.
Colours
Shit on the Villa.
Through.
Anyway,
I like Villa.
What's the last track?
All right. Sorry. This is These Things I Know to Be True by Assholes. It's kind of another like slower, more emotional act. So.
Did you ever stop for a minute and think what you did to me? These things I know
Oh shit, sorry, I knocked it off. Let's try again.
No, that's all right. That was beautiful.
Right, from the start.
Wheel up, wheel up.
And think what you did to me.
Got some
These
bass.
things I know to be
Oh, that's gorgeous.
I wake up feeling blue, and the sun never shines on the side of the Mersey. These things I know to be true. There's storms still in my street, and God must be picking on me for falling in love with you. For falling in love with you.
That's Assholes with These Things I Know To Be True.
That's beautiful.
He's really great. I remember the first time we saw him. Me and Andy were playing this. So there's this thing we have called like Merseyside.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
So that's like the train thing, and they do like a song contest thing each year. It's not a contest; it's like a video series where they get like upcoming artists. And when we were first starting out, we went, me and Andy, to play for a recorded thing, and there was only one person there who was there to see us, which was Dan Assholes, aka Assholes, and he was only there because he was also playing. So we stuck around and watched him, and he was really, really great. Like, brilliant sound, really nice voice, top guy. Only problem, Liverpool fan. Another one.
Oh, not the one. I mean, to be fair, who needs like MTV Rocks when you've got Merseyrail's upcoming?
Merseyrail sound stations.
Merseyrail
that's what we got.
station. Oh, that's amazing though. I don't usually do this, but I think that's my favourite track of the video.
Really, yeah.
My dad was a piano teacher, so I'm always a sucker for a good kind of piano, a use of piano in a song. The artwork or the video. What platform was that on? The video you were showing me, because it looks like
That's just like the Spotify Reels thing.
Oh, really? Because on Spotify,
I think that might be the music video as well.
Yeah, I thought on Spotify it loops the same like 3 or 4 seconds, but that reminded me of the Moomins, which is a really obscure cartoon from I want to say Norway, and I just really love that style. And his voice is beautiful. It feels like a kind of ending album track. So big up to Dan Assholes.
One sec, I'll try and find a video for you.
Yeah, go for it. And I'm glad that was your final track, because I wanted to give an honourable mention. Because if I was doing the thing that you're doing right now, the probably first song I'd go to is the So Far Sounds performance of July at a Glance by SPINN.
Oh, God.
Because I've watched that video like 20 times, I think. I love the song normally, but the studio version, but I think the way you perform it, I love how your accent comes through in it.
Oh, you know you're kidding me, and I know for a fact that you can see it is written all over my face. And I'll float just like a paper balloon if we could spend one afternoon away and disappear.
Do you ever go back to that performance?
I watched it once and I couldn't watch it. I don't like that every time. No, I got really annoyed when I watched that because my hair is bright yellow because I bleached it, and the yellow t-shirt, and I was like, there's too much yellow going on.
Oh,
no,
man.
But I've got a good story about that day.
Yeah, go on.
So we drove down, and basically they told us we were going to be on for 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
And our train was at 5 going back. So we were like, okay, no stress. Anyway, no, it ran over. We missed the train completely. So we got on, played first, only done one song. That was it. Maybe 2. And then Louis gave us a lift.
Kind of sad.
We were speeding up the motorway as fast as we could to try and get back
oh, wow.
to Welwyn Garden City or somewhere just outside of London so we could get the train back.
Wow.
And we missed it. So me and Andy went out, around Gay Town in Birmingham and stayed up until 7 o'clock in the morning
Oh.
to get the first train from
Fair
Birmingham back.
play. That's amazing.
And then-
I mean, yeah, I've been there before.
It was a long day.
I managed
We
to
fell
get...
asleep though. We woke up on the way back to Birmingham because they didn't wake us up when we got to Liverpool. Friggin' nightmare, man.
Jesus.
Great-
So
great times.
where was the So Far Sound session? Was that in London or was that...
It was in like an office block in London. I don't know if you've been to it so far.
do you know what?
But it's always in a
Somehow I
random
never
venue.
have. I wish I'd gone to Riskus's, because Riskus have an
Yeah.
amazing So Far Sounds, which is on YouTube as well.
So far, it's like one of my favourite things. Like when we play them, it's always the best thing ever. Because I remember this one. It was somewhere. I think it was Islington down in London. Again,
Yeah,
they're always in London. And we played, and there was this Norwegian girl on with us, and she was like chatting with us. She was like really silent. And we stuck around to watch her, and like completely blew me away. She was unbelievable. I can't remember her name though, and it was just like you see some amazing acts.
I mean, you do, like, you look. I think Billie Eilish did one in LA, because as a brand, it's incredible. I was hearing rumblings of a So Far Sounds Birmingham being set up, and I think they were looking at the regions before COVID. So, no, maybe that's on the
that'd be
horizon.
cool.
But yeah,
I
I
had
find
a
it,
Liverpool one, but it just didn't seem to work out.
I mean, I really empathise with you being like stuck outside, especially for gigs. I've never had. I don't think I've ever fully missed a train for a gig. I had to like vault a barrier after watching Muse at the O2 Arena once in London to get my train, and then someone tried to mug me on the train, but I just didn't give him my phone.
Jesus!
Yeah, I didn't give him my phone. He was only about. I was about 20, and he was about, I think, 15, and he didn't have anything, so I was just like, no, and walked away.
Go away.
Yeah, and I managed to get locked out of my own house and had to sit in Birmingham coach station until my mum woke up a few years ago.
Oh, no,
that was a
horrible.
proud moment. Thanks so much for coming on, and
Thanks for having us.
my pleasure. And what can you tell me about what's happening with Spin over the next year, over 2021?
Depends on like social distancing and all that, vaccine rollout and all that. Like that's too much to take into account. But I can confirm our next album will be out, I think, this year. So you know,
That's a big one. I love that Spin don't shy away from albums. I mean, there are indie bands out there who take about 3 years to do 2 EPs, but you're just like, no, second LP.
it annoys me when people don't do albums. Like, just get it out there.
Get it
your
out
career
there.
started,
Give me something
you know what I mean?
meaty to listen to, because you've
A
got
lot of
all these
people-
songs in your head. Like,
Exactly. A lot of people don't. Maybe they don't write fast enough, but we're quite lucky to have quite a quick turnover when it comes to writing. So we can usually get stuff ready in time.
yeah, definitely. Well, Johnny, thank you so much. Have a great evening.
Nice
Everyone,
one,
make
Tim.
sure
Please do.
you follow Spin, and make sure you send videos of that So Far Sound session to Johnny and Spin's Instagram, so they open them and then have to watch it.
No,
No.
don't do that. All right.
And most importantly, you'll never walk alone.
Oh, I'd rather walk alone any day of the week. Thank you, Tim.
I wake up feeling blue, and the sun